The Sardar Fairs are the Gorean equivalent of the World's Fair on Earth. These are 4 huge trade fairs, which are held quarterly near the Sardar mountain range. They typically last 10 full days and are scheduled to coincide with the solstices and equinoxes. The 4 annual fairs are the Fair of Ankara, March 21 to 30. The Fair of Enver, June 19 to 28. The Fair of Saqqara, September 22 to October 1. The Fair of Sever, December 21 to 30. On Palace Chat, the Gorean Sardar Fairs are held in a palace called Sardar Fairs. The fairs start on a Friday and last the whole next week, ending on Sunday. There are many different events that take place at the fair, like slave dances, slave auctions, discussions and different games, and of course general chat. Here are a few little clips of the slave auction at the Sardar Fair. The auction was a very popular event with 6 slaves participating in the auction. The auction of a slave to a free Gorean is only temporary, lasting for a couple days, and then she returns to her real owner. Free males and free women bid with coin they have earned playing Yahtzee at the fair. Here we see a portion of Megan's pole slave dance. In Gore there are many different slave dances that can be performed. Some dances are original ideas that a slave has come up with. The pole dance is a dance in which the slave will arouse the pole or master, with a sensual dance that involves the slave touching and caressing the pole or master. The pole is the master in this dance.
This event was called Know Your Neighbor. In this case was about Northern Gore, Torvaldsland. The first portion of event was from the Palace Chat home of Axe and Kittle, with a section from the Palace home of Isle of Skjern. The whole event is listed in the YouTube video list.
Good evening. I am John Norman's look-alike. Tonight I will be telling you about the Isle of Skjern. So let's get started. Let me start with the geography of Skjern. Skjern is an island in Thassa, some distant from Koroba. It lies west of bleak, rocky Torvaldsland, substantially above even the vast green belt of the northern forests. Raiders of Gore. You will notice on the maps that the Isle of Skjern is located in the northwest corner of Gore, along with several other islands. Now, quoting from Tarl, I could see, high on the map, Axe Glacier, Torvaldsland, and Hunger and Eskajern, and Helmetsport, and Lower Kassau, and the great green forests, and the river Laureus, and Laura, and Lydius, and Lower, the islands, prominent among them Kos and Tyros, tribesmen of Gore. Now I am going to talk about the Goreans and culture on Eskajern. Isle of Eskajern has busy ports with docks, taverns, and other typical locations found in ports across Gore, but with a distinct fishing being a primary occupation. The island's location makes it a great location for trade, with all kinds of goods moving through the port. Skilled artisans and craftsmen are essential, producing goods for both local use and trade. The typical dwelling is the longhouse,
The evening of the last day of the fair, there is a closing ceremony. At the closing, a trophy is given to the Gorean free or slave who won the Yahtzee contest. There is always discussion on how the fair went and how can improve the next fair. If there were problems with events or people at the fair, they are discussed at this time.